yung nakapasok na fisherman, nung araw na yun, nakahuli sila ng 164 tons na isda. So,
Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. on Tuesday guaranteed moves up to the coast gatekeeper to safeguard the country's a sovereign oceanic area in the midst of Chinese attacks into its limits in the South China Ocean. Marcos talked during the 122nd commemoration of the establishing of the Philippine Coast Gatekeeper, which has been at the very front of upsetting difficulties by China in questioned waters of late. We are going on with the updating of gear and preparing and the abilities of every one of our kin, particularly the coast watchmen, not just in light of the fact that they are on the cutting edge in the issues that we're looking in the West Philippine Ocean, yet in addition on account of the vital capability that they play with regards to look and save, he said. Marcos examined the BRP Malabrigo, a Japanese-fabricated 44-meter, 144-foot watch transport, which is entrusted with watching islets and reefs. Manila alludes to South China Ocean waters inside its elite monetary zone, EEZ, as the West Philippine Ocean. Indeed, this was a vessel that was water-cannoned, Marcos said. It just shows that our ability is expanding to protect our sovereign domain in the Philippines. In August, a Coast Monitor transport accompanying boats conveying supplies to the country's tactical station in Ayungin Sandbar, 2nd Thomas Reef, was hit by a water cannon terminated by the China Coast Gatekeeper. In spite of the relative multitude of difficulties, the Coast Watch has steadily set out to make a genuine difference, Marcos said. He said the public authority intended to add 40 more watch vessels to the Philippine Coast Gatekeeper. Subtleties of the proposed acquisitions were not delivered. Admiral Artemio Abu, the Coast Monitor boss, applauded staff for escalating sea security in the West Philippine Ocean. We dealt with the incitements, tormenting and provocations of vessels on each resupply mission to the Philippine Naval Forces BRP Sierra Madre secured at Ayungin Reef, Abu Said. The Philippines keeps a tactical watch over its selective financial zone in the South China Ocean by staffing the BRP Sierra Madre, the second great wartime maritime boat that Manila purposely grounded close to the sandbar in 1999. Our workforce have valiantly destroyed the unfamiliar drifting boundaries, which were illicitly introduced in the West Philippine Ocean. We introduced extra navigational floats, which additionally act as markers of Philippine domain, he said. On Sunday, the Philippine Navy blamed China's naval force for perilously shadowing a Philippine boat during an uncommon deadlock last week between ships from their naval forces close to Thitu, an island in the Spratlys. China claims nearly the entire South China Sea, including waters within the EEZs of Brunei, Malaysia, the Philippines, Vietnam, and Taiwan. While Indonesia does not regard itself as a party to the South China Sea dispute, Beijing claims historic rights to parts of that sea overlapping Indonesia's EEZ as well. China took control of the Scarborough Shoal area in 2012 following a standoff between Manila and Beijing. In late 2016, Chinese ships allowed Filipino fishing boats into the area when then Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte pivoted to Beijing. Canadian Philippines deal to address unauthorized fishing activities in Manila's waters. The Philippines and Canada signed an agreement on Monday to utilize Ottawa's advanced ship tracking system for identifying and addressing unauthorized fishing activities in Manila's waters. The agreement was reached on the sidelines of the 6th Joint Commission for Bilateral Cooperation in Ottawa. The Department of Foreign Affairs said Canada's dark vessel detection system is employed to combat illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing carried out by ships that intentionally deactivate their automatic identification systems. On Tuesday, the Department of National Defense announced plans to acquire 3 C-130J-30 Super Hercules transport aircraft for the Philippine Air Force. 2 of the aircraft are expected to be delivered in 2026 and the third in 2027. The additional cargo space of the C-130J30, coupled with the reliability of C-130 aircraft we have in our current fleet, will provide our Air Force with greater operational flexibility, Department spokesman Arsenio Andalong said.
Yun ang nawawala sa ating mga fisherman. Kaya hindi naman pare, nalalagyan ng barrier na gano'n at maliwanag naman ay nasa loob ng Pilipinas yan.